My name is Tracy. I'm a certified trauma coach, and I teach people to recover from trauma and abuse, regulate their nervous system, reclaim their authentic self, and parent from peace with a trauma history. And I want to spend a little time talking about the freeze response. It's called the freeze or fawn, and it's also referred to as dorsal vagal shutdown. I think it's something that's not talked about enough, and oftentimes when we experience it, we experience a lot of shame alongside of it. So I've explained it before. There's a threat. You get activated. If that threat becomes too significant and you become overwhelmed, your nervous system becomes overwhelmed, and you can't fight or flee, what's going to happen is you're going to go into shutdown. Kind of like a possum playing dead. Sometimes freezing, not doing anything, going inward, being isolative, or responding with people-pleasing behaviors just to placate the abuser or the situation to keep yourself safe is what your nervous system will do when it can't fight or flee, when that activated energy has nowhere to go. Some cases people actually pass out. I've passed out a few times in my life because the threat response was just too much and my brain literally pulled the plug and I went down for the count. And when this happens, oftentimes people, either they themselves will be very angry at themselves and ask themselves, why didn't I do anything? Why didn't I fight harder? Why didn't I run? Why didn't I verbalize and verbally defend myself? Why did I allow that to happen? Why did I allow that to happen? And then people on the outside oftentimes can be very judgmental and make comments like, well, if it was that bad, why did you stay? If it was that bad, why did you let them keep doing it over and over again? And the criticisms go on from there. And it's because of the lack of understanding of how our nervous systems work. Just because you did nothing does not mean you're weak. Just because you did nothing does not mean that what you experienced wasn't real. Your nervous system did the most humane thing it could for you at that time. Your nervous system knew that fighting or fleeing wasn't an option, and its job is to keep you alive and protect you. So the next thing that it could do to protect you, because you couldn't fight or flee, was to put you in a state of shutdown. That was how it kept you safe. It doesn't negate the level of abuse. It doesn't negate what you went through. You experienced what you experienced, and it was very real. It is very real. And just because you went into shutdown mode, you disassociated, you isolated, you literally physically froze up and did nothing, that doesn't take away your truth. It doesn't take away your experience. It does not mean that you're a weak person. It doesn't mean you allowed anything. And anyone who wants to criticize and question you as to why did you let it happen? Why didn't you leave? If it was that bad, you would have stopped them. Remember, they don't understand how the human nervous system works. And if they did truly understand and were coming from a place of compassion, they wouldn't say those things to you. So don't beat yourself up. Don't let other people put you down and make you feel bad for how your nervous system responded to save and protect you. As always, please, I can't talk. Please follow, like, and share so we can share the education and support.